The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
Oh, yeah, we're good to go.
Oh, all right. Let's get a prayer going then.
All right, everyone take your hats off.
I don't have one on there.
In the name of the Father,
You're wearing a hat.
You're
and
the only.
Son,
You didn't take your
and the
hat.
Holy Spirit. Amen.
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 Dear white God.
Ah, yes. All right. Well, it's just
Are you
nice to
trying
know
be
we're
more
praying to the
racist?
actual God. Yeah.
More racist than I was last week? Is that your goal?
I mean, no. I didn't hear what you did last week. It was racist.
Yeah.
White God said he appreciates it.
I love it right when Kevin's gone. All right, now we can pray to the real God.
But anyway, dear white God, keep it white. Love you, miss you. I'll see you soon when you know it's coming.
I can't believe I'm doing this show.
In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen, white God.
Welcome to the round table of gentlemen, everybody. Beautiful prayer, Ed. Very nice. Very nice prayer. All right. Well, who is everybody around this round table that's not actually a round table whatsoever?
Jackie Zebrowski. I'm white, too.
That's good. That's good.
Ed Larson, big old W.
Holden McNeely, Jackie, I saw reincarnated, and I'm going to go ahead and say Ja.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I think we're allowed to. Once you see the movie, then you are Rastafari.
Smoke weed every day. I'm Jamaican.
Thank you.
course.
Thank you
I
very
am
much.
absolutely not Megan Boone. I'm anyone but Megan Boone.
Megan Boone is not sitting in for Kevin Barnett right now, and I'll tell you one thing. Megan Boone is completely in love with me. All right. Of course, we have Mark Norman here as well. Mark, it's been so long. Thank you so much for coming into the Chuckle Hut.
Hey, great to be back. Great digs, fellas. Look at this.
New studio.
New studio.
High roof, wide walls, man. Just like my mother.
Hey!
She's got a short roof.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Mark,
Wide walls, like me, biggest baby born in Florida, coming out of vagina.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Of course.
Big roof.
Mark will be in Montreal on July 28th, so check him out over there at that Just for Laughs festival. It's all giggles all the time. And then, of course, we have Ed's friend, and Ed only nicknames his friends after things he loves, so we've decided to go with Mr. Pastrami.
Mr. Pastrami.
Thanks for being here, Mr. Pastrami.
It's good to be here. How is the color of pastrami? We're all going to designate ourselves certain different races. I'm the pastrami race for this evening.
Fantastic. How was the trip over here? You stink up the bus.
Oh, it was hellish. It was hellish. They turned the air off. A lot of people complaining. The guy pulls over the bus halfway through, gives a glare to the loudest, blackest woman on this bus, and just opens the safety roofs. And that was it.
What do you mean?
No response, just a threatening half open of the safety roof, and refuses to turn the air conditioning on.
Like he was going to toss her out the top of the bus.
That was the only way she was going to get out was up the top.
Either that or
Do you think did she get it?
She kept quiet after that. It used to be bus driver, it's not cool enough, bus driver, and then he just pulled that son of a bitch over, walked halfway back, propped open the emergency escapes, and just kept driving.
Wow. Sound like a wonderful married couple.
Quiet,
Yeah.
That's great. Of course, I'm Ben Kissel. With us, as always, newsman Marcus Parks. Marcus, what's our first news story of the day?
Seattle police want to know why a man dressed his pet pig in sweatpants.
It had to lose weight.
I mean, come on. He's
You
trying
mean
to be a
Henry
Michigan.
got sweatpants?
Yeah.
And then left it in a sweltering car while he drank at a bar Saturday night.
Wow.
It's possible he was trying to have the pig lose some weight.
It's not that hot in Seattle.
No.
You were just there.
Yeah, it wasn't hot.
Yeah, officers discovered a lethargic pot-bellied pig along with
it's a pot-bellied pig
It's
in
a small-
sweatpants.
yeah,
I mean, it was fucking adorable.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, along with a small panting dog inside the man's filthy
Oh,
car.
you can't have a dog in there.
That's part of the story.
What kind of pants was the dog wearing?
Who's leaving a dog? This guy should be shot in the head leaving a dog in a car.
And how long till the
With a
dog...
pig, no less.
They were friends. It's romantic.
That sounds like a shitty Pixar film.
Yeah, exactly. Dog and a pig in the back of a car the entire goddamn time.
They're getting rescued, but they just rescue the dog, but they're friends, and they're all sad when they're being taken care of. It's like, all right, everyone, let's go eat that pig.
Yep, sent to the big barbecue. It's pretty great.
You know,
Melissa McCarthy is killing the whole movie.
It'd be fun to break into that guy's car and just put a ham, and so he comes back and he sees a fucking
Oh,
ham.
that'd be
He's
great.
Like, oh, jeez, how long is it gone?
And a box of beef with broccoli.
I think I should just make these sounds all night.
Yeah, that's right. Megan Boone getting very drunk. I love it.
Oh, I am not Megan Boone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
We'll call you Mrs. Pastrami.
He wishes.
Pastrami fly solo.
Mr.
I'm owned by nobody.
Yeah.
Mr. Pastrami, you used to run a strip club. Would you ever allow a stripper to wear sweatpants on stage?
Oh, no, it's illegal. As well as outside shoes. That's also illegal on stage.
Even if it was a pig?
Yeah, what kind of strip club was this, Mr. Pastrami?
I've had a couple. We've had all sorts.
What was the biggest gal you ever had dancing on your stage?
We've had a big one once or twice. I never really did the hiring because it's embarrassing. It's actually a really embarrassing thing to tell somebody to get butt naked, judge them for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then just be dismissive. It's actually hard to do.
How'd the fat ones get on stage then?
I just let a really gross manager do the hiring.
That's good. And how big was the gal, poundage-wise?
So, okay, poundage is nuts. We've had over 200, 250 pounder. It's the height is the scary part. You throw on 6-inch shoes. And then you have a 6'6" chick with whatever hairdo.
Wow.
And the ceilings weren't as high as Eddie's mother's vagina.
Oh, wow.
So it's possible.
So they were just like 20 feet, 25 feet?
It's possible to hit your head.
That's great. And did she fall over? Did she have any incidents with the stripper pole? Did the stage cry and weep? Were people happy to see her or what?
No, nobody was pleased about it. And then eventually she gets sour, and then it can turn the whole night. Yeah.
So you got to keep the fat stripper happy.
Yeah, no, because they're already negative and complaining.
So we just get a deli tray?
Does she Godzilla through the main floor, just stepping on tables?
I can get her a pig in sweatpants if she wants to eat that.
Typically, they don't last the night. You know,
Really? They just get
Yeah, they could store them out. If it's not for them and they're not making any money, they're not going to do anybody any favors.
There's got to be like a large woman strip club, though. I mean,
Definitely.
That's a fetish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something like.
You ever been to Florida before?
Yeah, they're called strip clubs. I think it's called Pure Platinum, Solid Gold.
I've been to like a bad, like kind of a real cheap rundown strip club with some odd characters. No big ladies there, but just very like I let a woman give me a lap dance because I felt bad for her.
Oh, you allowed her? I'm sure she was thrilled.
Oh, you didn't pay her? She paid you?
No, I paid.
Yeah, exactly.
I paid her, but she was like had teeth missing.
I'm looking to get with the bumpiest boy at the bar tonight.
I was very good in college. I had to take I-10 north to Tallahassee for 3 hours and then south to my hometown for 3 hours. And I never stopped at a strip club. Not
Cafe
once.
Risque.
There are about 50, and I never
Yeah.
stopped at one.
That's the thing in Wisconsin. It's all strip clubs and cheese chalets. I mean, I can't imagine how stinky those places are.
Fact, I am on the ultimatestripclublist.net.
That's right.
And someone asked the question, where do the BBWs strip?
Yeah.
Sure, the big, beautiful women.
Yeah, and Kappa Girl answered, there's a club here in Wisconsin that hires all types, BBWs included.
Of course, it's in Wisconsin.
I'm a skinny
All
girl.
types. That means anyone who comes.
Yeah.
I'm a skinny girl and ended up leaving there because all the bigger girls were the ones making all the money.
Wow. See?
Because they know how to work for it.
Yeah.
That's why fat women are better in bed.
I mean,
Because they
it's just
have,
because...
Gotta wow them somehow.
Oh, and also Club Rolex in Detroit. They're
Club
really
Rolex.
Club Rolex.
Oh,
that's
great.
Rolex with 2 X's.
Of course.
Should be 3. What's wrong with them?
I always love to
Also,
go to Club Casio.
In Houston, the big gals can be found at Club Onyx, also at High Rollers and Harlem Nights.
Okay.
Do you think it's called Club Rolex because of the rolls?
Could be.
Is that a
So they
play
got
on
a double
words?
X. It's also the size of their pants and their shirts. Double X.
But we've talked about the only strip club in our hometown is called Personalities, right? And it really is. It's a bunch of fat girls and ugly girls.
Strip club.
Yeah.
Might as well just call it, she's a good wife. That's great. Norman, do you go to a lot of strip clubs? I know you travel quite often as a comedian. I mean, you get a little bit lonely on the road. Want to see some butts, some breasts?
Yeah.
What place did you pop into?
I went to a strip club in Menominee, Wisconsin.
I went to school in Menominee,
Get the hell
Wisconsin.
out of there.
UW Stout. I had a breakdown in that strip club.
Terrible strip club.
It's the worst.
Worst strip club of all time.
I was with my friend Dave Kaler, who he's been on the Roundtable a couple of times. He designed all of our graphics. And I'll tell you, I'm in the corner. I'm just bawling my eyes out. And the strippers are all just like, "You okay, honey?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I am not okay."
It's all pregnant black
Why were
women.
you so sad?
We were just, getting off a large bender. We were doing a lot of drugs, and on the way over, we took this van, and the van stops at the goddamn county jail to pick up people who just got out of jail, and apparently they had called, I guess, they knew when they were getting out, and so we went with a bunch of, convicts to go to this strip club. And the women there, all C-section scars, a lot of mullets with the guys, and it was a very sad, depressed scene.
C-section scarred strippers?
Oh, my God. Yeah. All over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. And so
I think my first 8 strippers had a C-section scar.
I mean, he kept on getting them pregnant.
Yeah, I saw a stripper at the Yellow Rose in Lubbock, Texas, at least 6 months pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
She was going for it.
What's worse, a pregnant one or a C-section one?
Pregnant's worse.
Pregnant's worse?
Pregnant's always worse. It's the saddest. No, pregnant. Just go. Here's money. Go home. I'm sorry.
If we're judging on sadness or grossness,
Sure.
What are we going here? Sadness, right?
I'm just going on.
Pregnant women wins both.
Gross too?
Gross.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because she's another human inside of her.
Kiss her belly.
It's like it's an alien.
What was that wrong? I don't know.
I mean, we all know about
So
it.
if a female stripper comes on the stage, she's 8 months pregnant, you're just going to kiss her belly and double tip her?
I'm gonna cry.
All right, well, that's what happened to me.
Cry with joy, though.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of tear.
With the lap
What's
dance,
next?
though, it's more bang for your buck, really.
Exactly.
Two
Double lap
dances,
dance.
so- Yeah.
Double lap. So what was
She gets her belly on you, like up on your face and stuff, and that belly starts kicking and stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking fucking triple bone town, brother.
triple bone down?
There's a
I
market
don't
for
know what
that.
that means.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Megan Boone is here with us,
There
though.
is.
Triple Bone Town. Megan
No, she's
Boone
not.
is
No,
here.
she's not. No, she's
World
not.
famous actress and beautiful
She's not.
woman
No,
who's
she's
in
not.
love
No,
with
she's
me.
not. No, she's not.
All right, Norman. So what was your experience like in Menominee?
That is the worst town I've ever been to.
It is, right?
Horrific. I don't know how you did it.
I got very drunk.
I went to the casino. I did a gig there.
Oh, okay.
Worst gig I've ever done in my life. Literally doing stand-up on the casino floor next to slot machines. So people
really?
walking by me like, where are the craps tables? And I'm like, I'm in the middle of a bit.
Right.
Were you louder than the sound effects?
No,
of
no.
the
Like,
machines?
you could hear the Wheel of Fortune machine, and all that shit.
Oh, that's. Did anybody get like jackpot like perfectly with the punchline?
No. There
Nothing
was
worked out. No magic at all.
No magic. Nothing.
Oh,
it was
my.
brutal.
That's when you just leave.
How long
Yeah.
did you do? Didn't you have to do an hour and a half?
How'd you know?
We talked about it before you went.
Oh, right.
You
yeah.
do 90
I did an
minutes
hour and a half.
on a casino floor?
No host, no middle, just me. Just walking up. Here's the mic. Hey, everybody. And, just a lot of disgruntled
Old
white
Hollywood,
trash.
huh?
Yeah, okay, who
Yeah.
booked it, and why did they think that was a good idea? I mean, that's the question. You know?
I looked at their list. They've had 1 million comics come through there.
Right.
The
Anybody-
money was amazing, though, which
Okay.
was ironic. I
Why,
don't know.
why would they do that, though? It's clearly ineffective. Why would they?
Because they just, if you bomb, they're like, you just suck.
Yeah,
You're like, well,
yeah.
no one's listening to me. Then the casino, it's so loud, and.
But you got
They
enough
had
money
a
to go to
whole
the strip
Louis
club.
C.K. episode about that, and then he makes out with Joan Rivers. Did you see that one?
Yeah, but he had a stage with an audience. I
We're
was
talking
literally
no
on the
stage.
floor.
The point was, it sucks to do comedy in a casino.
Well, yeah, but I would have killed for even like I would have done it
A
in the
spotlight
bathroom.
would have been
Yeah,
nice.
anything.
A
anything.
step ladder.
A step ladder. Give me a phone book. Anything.
So, I mean, really, in this situation, so you do a comedy show on the floor of a casino outside of some slot machines. Everybody hates you. Everyone's laughing at you and not with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to a strip club. You're watching gals get naked, some
Yeah.
C-section scars there.
Yeah, horrible.
The strippers, I mean, but they're
you
living
get
better than you.
recognized?
Yeah, they were. They were. I did actually. I got a lot of hey, you sucked.
You heckled the stripper?
No, that was what they were saying to me.
Oh, yeah. Has anyone ever heckled a stripper? Mr. Pastrami, has anyone ever gotten so rowdy at a strip club that you had to get rid of them because they were calling strippers?
Of course.
Oh, yeah. It's a nasty environment. It can get combative.
Yeah.
It
Any
can get
gunshots or anything like that? Knives
Yeah.
pulled?
Especially everybody's hard, and they're all sitting next to each other.
And everyone's drinking. And
Right.
strippers are sensitive.
That's gross.
Yeah, very
Strippers are sensitive?
Strippers are the most sensitive
Really?
people
Interesting.
I've encountered as a group.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What-
Very, very sensitive.
What do they
take
cr-
it personal? Everything they take
Wow.
personal when you don't look at them. When you don't tip them, that's more than personal.
Oh yeah, that's business.
Yeah, they hate it. They hate it if you're not paying attention. They hate it if you're there just to drink.
Are they there because they need attention?
Some of them.
That has something to do with it. It's just like comedy.
They all have a story. It's interesting.
Yeah, what's one of the better stories that you heard a stripper tell you?
Gosh. Oh, man, you hear everything. You hear everything on a nightly basis. My favorite was Sunshine.
Ooh, was she a nice personality?
I thought she had a great personality. She was on her 4th kid, told me that she was 3.5 months pregnant after she'd been working there for a month, which upset me. Yeah. Was missing half her teeth.
Oh, okay.
We were packed on a Friday night. Now, without her smiling, she had a really nice body. And
without her smiling,
she had a butterface.
Nice.
Her face, she had no teeth. It was just the blackened teeth that she kept saying was some sort of pregnancy.
No, that was mad.
All of our mothers have teeth.
Absolutely.
But she kept blaming it on a side effect of a bacteria when you give birth. Anyways, I storm up to the 3rd floor dressing room. Place is packed. We need somebody on stage, and Sunshine, with a cigarette half in her mouth, just had told me she's 3.5 months pregnant, and I'm running upstairs ready to just holler at somebody to come down, and Sunshine's there, cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and I just lay and I'm like, and she reaches down with a baby wipe, half does a semi-squat, and just wipes her vagina, throws it into the garbage can, dismisses of whatever I'm saying, and gets right back to cussing me out.
Wow.
That's great.
The worst part is none of this was crazy to me. It was like totally normal that I just watched this 3.5.
Should it be called a dressing room for strippers, by the way?
Undressing room.
Yeah, more of an undressing room.
Now wait, what part of the Hamptons is this strip club in?
The part with baby wipes.
I knew that shit was getting really fucked up for me when that was like common. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Can you give the name of the strip club?
And how was the sex?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Happily. It's called the Big Easy Cabaret. It used to be called Chubby's.
Oh,
right. And I wanted to keep Chubby's, but it actually had a reputation for, what did you call them, BBWs?
Yeah, maybe it was a layover with the fat girls you did have working there. They were previous Chubby's dancers.
I had to rename it, although I would have loved to keep it Chubby's.
Isn't it weird a strip club with a bunch of
beautiful woman?
Let me ask you this: how was the jazz?
Was anyone just there for the jazz music?
You got to see this website. So I literally called it a burlesque and jazz lounge. It was a full-on dirty whorehouse.
Right.
Exactly. But you can't get
also
permission.
a good name.
Yeah, full-on dirty whorehouse.
You can't get permission.
Norman, we got to go on the road. We always go to the full-on dirty whorehouse.
Full on is perfect. It's like full-blown AIDS.
They've got it, and you will too.
It's like calling it the Ben Kissel drinks for free bar.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. If a stripper gives you AIDS, you get to drink for free at the venue.
And you had free valet?
Free valet, yeah.
I mean, nobody there has cars. Yeah, exactly.
I gave out those free little pretzels with the peanut butter in them.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have special shows there and stuff?
Yeah, I used to do burlesque shows. One night we had a comedy night. Nobody
gonna
showed
say.
up.
No one was there for the comedy night.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
It's tough to compete.
The only thing that people liked was naked women. I just tried to reinvent the wheel, make it like Circus Olay. We had topless tarot card reading.
Wow. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, like we had like the aerialists, and I had a hula hooper.
Did you ever
tried? I tried.
I'm impressed.
It was like everything I wanted, but it didn't work.
Did you ever have a gal named Stoya in there?
Stoya, no.
Stoya. Oh, she's a great porn star who does some amazing aerial. I don't know. She's nice.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Yeah, but wait, you met her at the porn awards.
Yeah,
right?
we met her at the porn awards.
She's big top. She's like big time.
She's huge. She's big time.
No, she was very nice.
Yes.
Big in the top.
Sure.
No, she's actually very she's tiny in the top.
And
She's
you
got it
watched
to be.
her?
Yeah, she's great. I like small breasts now.
So let me ask you this: I'm reading the copy. Did the Big Easy really have a regal atmosphere?
Regal. Yes. As I was stepping on the peanut shells, looking at the fat hog on stage, I couldn't help but believe how regal this place is.
Was it like medieval times, but a strip club?
I say we go to a Yelp review.
Please, I gotta know the truth because.
No, you're gonna be impressed with the reviews. Actually, you're not gonna get anything there. It's actually people enjoyed the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they really did. I had a lot of like positive feedback, but those were It was just like you and I. Anybody else with money wouldn't go there.
Right.
Here's a 4-star review.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
As the previous post states, this place is very clean. One of the few clubs I'm not afraid to touch things.
Hey!
I don't think you should call girls things. I don't think you should call the girls things.
Yeah.
As a chef, I appreciate it.
You can thank the baby wipes for that one.
I mean, all the baby wipes smelled like pussy, but it was fine. I mean, you knew it was hygienic.
It
Baby wipes are
continues.
not cheap.
Yeah, you better use the other side of that thing.
Don't flush.
Well done.
It continues. I've only seen one fat girl, but she brought cupcakes. You can't go wrong with cupcakes.
I want to go there.
See, what a regal club. That is a regal environment.
It was like your neighborhood friendly strip club, if I could give it a little credit, but that's not profitable.
Yeah, no,
People want something else.
Is this true? The guy says they do have a cover charge unless you tell them no, in which case they'll probably let you in anyway.
I never, and anybody was like, that's too much. I was like, fuck it, come in. Anybody who said anything about it could just come in. And then after a while, the word got around you never had to pay, and I think that lasted for like 3 months. But it was cool.
Well, Marcus, let's put this episode up on that Yelp site.
Yeah.
Let him know how amazingly nice the owner was.
Yeah, it says the girls were friendly, energetic, and for the most part, semi-attractive.
Hey!
For the most part, semi-attractive.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be funny if all these reviews were written by H. Zebrowski?
Henry Zebrowski. No, Henry would have just complained.
Yeah.
They were just naked up there.
The ice cream is old.
I don't like it. I was there for the jazz.
There was no jazz.
Whoa.
And another guy says, among the cons, he said parking can be troublesome.
So
That's why there's free valet.
But the owner told him he could park at Burger King.
There we go!
That
Mr.
was my valet
Pastrami!
line.
You can valet Burger King! You're famous! You're a celeb!
Hey, that wasn't free, that Burger King line. I had to cough up like $400 a month for that.
Really? Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I never charged for the valet. All free.
Man.
Yeah.
Where
I guess
was this?
That's why it wasn't profitable.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like the
that's
worst
the major
person
problem.
to fucking run a strip club. I was like, don't pay for it. Have a nice time.
You let people in for free and you paid for their parking.
Yeah,
that's not a business.
That's a good point. Probably paid for the wet wipes, too.
I did.
Hey, those
And I
aren't
was
cheap.
a bitch about it, too. I always reminded everybody how expensive they were.
Jackie, what do you think? Is a lady a wet wipe? That's the wipe of choice, right? That's what you want to use on your old thing there.
What other kind of fucking wipe is there? Like
don't
an
know.
alcoholic
Toilet
pad?
paper.
There's
Dry
TP.
Oh, I don't know. I don't use a wet wipe on my pussy.
You don't?
No, I'm not a fucking baby.
What are you, more of a chamois gal?
Yeah, I got a sham wow.
She wrings it out in the sink. Look how absorbent it is.
I don't waste. I like to. It's like the cloth diapers, you know.
Right.
The diapers.
All right. Well, let's jump over to another story.
You don't want to keep talking about Jackie's diapers?
We'll
Continue.
Megan, everything is fine. Don't worry about it. We'll go back to the strip club and a whole bunch of different things. All right. So anyway, so we had a pig and a dog, and they're both alive in the back of a car.
They're fine. The cops gave him some water. Everything's cool.
Okay, good. Great.
All right, next up, a Florida man who said he used his powers of invisibility to steal a pack of cigarettes returned to the scene of the crime to confess. This is in Fort
St.
Pierce.
Lucie? Oh, Fort Pierce. They're right next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
The confession was made when the man entered the Walgreens on Orange Avenue on June 19th and told the cashier about taking the cigarettes 4 or 5 months earlier. He asked the cashier not to call the police and started walking through the store, but the cashier called the cops anyway. When officers
What a
arrived...
dickhead cashier.
Horrible cashier.
Well, this guy's also a dickhead. He's coming in bragging how he stole shit.
No, he was confessing how he stole something.
I ain't was bragging.
I don't
Talking
know.
about how he uses invisibility and shit.
Well, that's true.
This guy's a fucking hard-on.
When the officers arrived, the man told them he wasn't able to sleep the previous night and said he wanted to come to the store when it opened in the morning. The man explained that he had been on, quote, street drugs at the time of the theft that gave him the ability to become invisible.
See, I like forest drugs myself.
Yeah, definitely. Is it just
beaver
raspberries?
tail. Smoking that beaver tail.
The man used his powers of invisibility to pass through the counter and take a carton of Cool Brand menthol cigarettes undetected.
Menthol. Asian
as far
fella?
well, the Asians love their mental.
Yeah.
So as far as we know, he was invisible, right?
I mean, when they tried to look for surveillance video, none was found.
What?
Isn't that
Didn't
interesting?
fucking do it.
You don't think he did it?
Of course he didn't do it. He's just a crazy guy claiming he's invisible. What do you even ask?
But why would Jackie? Okay, what would you steal if you're invisible, Jackie?
Well, I would like at least like fuck with the clerk, right?
Right.
If you're invisible, I would
Yeah.
have just like braided her hair or something.
Oh, that would be nice.
I wouldn't
if I
take
were
anything.
invisible, I would just watch things I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I'd go in the
like
bathroom,
R-rated
And
movies.
go places and witness things.
like stand on top of the toilet,
Maybe that's
like
a
on the
little
back of the
What
toilet.
would you do with all your...
boring. That'd get old after 3 pisses, but
Oh yeah,
One
that's true.
shit.
I thought you meant bad movies. I thought you were like, I'm gonna go see The Imposter. You know, I'm invisible.
Are there any? Has any lady ever set up a PP cam at like a urinal?
Never.
I feel like that's
No.
strictly a dude
It's a
thing. right?
dude thing.
I mean, as a lady, Megan.
yes.
Megan Boone, who was in love with me. Would you ever want to set up a camera and just watch a bunch of dudes piss?
Why not?
No.
No, I would not.
Okay, for the record.
Who
I would
wants
just
to
wa-
watch pee-pee?
I just
There
wanna
must
see
be
how
a woman
big the
out there that
urethra
does it.
gets.
Oh, you want to do it for science reasons.
Yeah, for science.
I want to see people dance to music in their room. That's what I
That's
wanna
what
see.
you wanna watch?
Yeah,
I
for
do
hours.
that every day.
Yeah, right. I want to
Every
see
day
that.
I've done it. One time I did it. It was last Thanksgiving. I did it for 3 hours straight because
Jesus.
that was the night I discovered SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. It's like a Spotify type thing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'd also want to see
like a drug.
everybody I know check in with their parents.
I would love to watch you check in with your mommy.
Oh, I did. Ed watched me do it the other day.
Yeah.
How was
Oh,
it,
yeah,
Mommy?
yeah. It was
yeah.
so weird watching Holden talk to his mother. Completely different than when I talk to my mother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, you should see it in person.
Really?
Yeah, me and
Oh,
Jackie
yeah,
saw
very
it when
uncomfortable.
we went on the mountain trip because we get there and she's got all of this food already made for us and she's got the cabin
That's
already.
real?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the notes on everything of like how we take the garbage out.
Very sweet
and-
woman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's wonderful.
She's an attentive mother.
Yes.
And then the whole time Holden's just looking at her with tiger eyes.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was very weird and sexual
What?
tension.
No.
And then finally, you guys let me
Oedipus?
go into my room and make my rubs after she left. Thank you so much. Well, what makes me happy about rubby time, I wish everybody could get invisible and see that. Because, when I fucking burn the sprinkler, as they call it,
Hold it. I would only, if I were invisible, I would only want to watch really mundane situations, like everyday mundane interactions between people
just paying bills.
that they think are private, but they're not because I'm invisible.
Exactly.
That's true.
Because you get their vulnerability that way.
Yeah, I would love to watch someone who thinks that no one's watching.
But also at the same time, every time while they're doing that, I want to give them a little in their butthole. Just like, and they'll be like, "Oh!" And they just like jump out the window.
Why does it gotta go there? We were talking about privacy and intimate moments.
It's so funny to see somebody react to like
That is an
interrupting
intimate
button.
moment.
Yeah.
Is that what you do, Mark, as well? Just twiddle some nuts?
I twirl the nuts, non-invisible.
You've twiddled, yeah.
sure.
That's true. You've given me comeuppance.
Every person except for Mr. Pastrami in this room has had their nuts twiddled or their butt swiped by Mark Norman.
Sadly, I don't think I ever have.
No, me
next,
neither.
You haven't?
Watch out, Strami.
No, I've
It
got
gets
you.
intense.
You just don't
Strami
feel it.
ready.
You're numb back there.
Oh yeah, I just love it too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you that I felt it, so you do it again.
Yeah, I got hemorrhoids, so be careful.
Ah,
You ever,
I can help with that.
That's the thing. You do grope a little bit. You kiss a little bit, Norman.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone ever gotten super upset with you?
Oh boy,
What happened?
Fun story. I was at UCB once, and Hannibal's about to go up, and I've had a couple pops.
Hannibal Buress, great stand-up comedian.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, me and Hannibal are buddies now. We've come a long way. So the host goes, Hannibal Buress, and he's walking up, and I went all the way up the old poop chute. And,
He did the credit card swipe on his ass.
Yeah,
And,
a reverse ninja swipe.
Yes, and
old tip
he
drill in the
turned
industry.
around, gave up on the show. He turned around and he grabs me and he goes, "What the fuck was that?" And I was like, joking, comedians, we're friends.
Yeah, yeah.
He goes, you ever do that to me again, I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, have a good set.
How many times have you done it to him since?
Just twice.
Oh,
But no.
And did he have a good set?
He killed.
Oh,
Of
great.
course. He killed. He was walking funny up to the stage, but he killed. The black guys don't care for the fun-loving.
They don't.
homo
They're a little
stuff.
bit more sensitive to the
Yeah.
kind of a homosexual
Spanish
touch.
guys are into it.
Yeah, they love it.
They can't get enough. Yeah.
Eskimos, big fan.
Working in kitchens, it's all about like fucking each other and all
Right.
that. They
Yeah.
love that stuff.
Yeah.
Is the sexual tension backstage in those dressing room at the strip club? That must be pretty intense. Probably a lot of lesbian strippers, right, Mr. Pastrami?
Yeah,
a lot of strippers are lesbians.
Is that right?
Yeah, because that's why they're comfortable doing it because they don't even register that it's attractive to men.
Right.
What? You think they're dumb enough not to register that what they're doing as a stripper is attractive to men?
I mean, a little bit, but they don't really have
they make money.
But they're not attracted to men, so they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever see some ladies eating each other out back there?
I never saw anything like that.
I imagine the least sexy place is when you get off stage at a strip club.
Yeah.
That's where, everywhere else you have to be sexy. I imagine
Right.
backstage you're just,
good
drying off your tits all violently and, just getting ready to get back on stage.
That's
Feeding your
exactly
kid.
true. That's actually, it's actually pretty gross up there.
Yeah.
And how much time does a stripper have between dances?
Shit, they'll take as much time until you wrangle them back down stage. And that's when I got an earful from Sunshine or any one of them that wants to get fresh. It's tough.
See, that's weird to me, though,
Be a
because
real
every time I've been in a strip club, it's just been bang, bang, bang. The strippers come out one after the other, and there's never any time in between.
That's because there's a guy with a clipboard threatening to smack him with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's
Dave
where the
ran a
money-
normal,
You don't
nice
rule
club.
like
yeah.
that. They will sit upstairs, smoke cigarettes, and bitch about how little money they have.
But that's why they have no money, because they're not stripping.
Fuck, they'll make $1,000 and tell you that they made no money.
Oh, really?
Cry about it.
Really?
Why? Are they trying to manipulate you? Is it like
They're
a
manipulating-
sociopathic thing?
They'll manipulate anything they can. They're
Well,
the
they gotta
most
take-
manipulative people in the world.
Of course, that's how they get men to pay them. I'm going through college.
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
a business built on manipulation.
Yeah, it's
in every
story,
aspect of
every
it.
lie. They'll sit there and fight with you with $1,000 in cash in their pocket over the $5 they owe you for that lap dance they just gave.
I like them.
Wow.
They will get down to the floor. They will cry. They will break a bottle. They will have a 20-minute tantrum and hold everybody up for $5.
Interesting.
$5. This is the kind of human you're dealing with.
No, they're just very it sounds like they're very hormonal. You're dealing with women usually what age, I mean...
Wow, you hope that it's,
Under 40, but yeah.
you hope that it's early 20s. But
They're
you can do it over
hormonal
18.
and emotionally totally scarred.
Yeah, but they're usually much older, right?
Yeah, you can get them up to their mid to late 20s. And then the worst is when you have the 40-year-old that rolls in with just no other options, that just kept saying year after year she was getting out of it and just doesn't.
Holy shit.
Or when this is the sickest. When the mother drops the daughter off for her and then picks her up. And I had to meet a mother one time.
And
what
how
do you
was
say
that
to the mother?
experience?
What do you say? Thank you for having her.
Thanks for giving me the
Thanks
for the meat, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks for dropping your daughter off. What do you say? What do you
What
say?
did you say?
I think I said something along those lines, and I couldn't even begin to fathom what was coming out of my mouth. I just didn't know what to say about it.
And then how was she as a stripper? She she had female support there.
Yeah,
had
she
a
was
mother.
great. Yeah.
Are there any strippers on Earth that are passionate about it and love it?
There has to be,
It's
right?
gotta be one.
Yeah, like an Independence Day.
Dita Von Teese.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that girl that we talked about last week who had the miscarriage while she was twerking.
Sure.
She seemed like she was really into
Well,
it.
she was very into it, Mark. There was a woman, she was on stage, she was twerking, and then she got a gush of blood out of her pussy. She had a miscarriage.
no.
Oh, you weren't
Yeah,
here for
you
that
missed
either,
that
Ed.
one, Eddie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
horrible.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
Oh,
Megan
yeah,
Boone.
you weren't there for that. We're numb to it because we talked about it for 20 minutes.
I mean, it's a real story. It's just
time.
out there.
Good Christ.
Yeah, she
was it in China?
No, it was here. It was
In
right here
America?
Atlanta.
Strummy, what are you doing, Strummy? What are you
Atlanta
doing?
would have been my first guess.
It was Atlanta, yeah. Anytime someone turns themselves invisible and steals cools, it's like, that's Florida. But if you have a miscarriage on stage, that's Atlanta.
There were no strip clubs in Tallahassee, were there?
That
can't be true.
No, I don't.
There must have been.
There was only one gay
were
club
none.
and
That's the capital.
where we performed our comedy, and then there was
there were no strip clubs.
That's
Megan,
What
do
was
you...
the name of that club again?
Brothers where we
Brothers,
performed.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
the
that's
gay bar.
Yeah, which was great, man. Just
Yeah.
fucking coke-caped bathrooms, fucking backstage, just troughs of beer.
Yeah,
know why.
Holden and Henry were pioneers back then.
With that place.
I've got from Yahoo Answers, why are there no strip clubs in Tallahassee, Florida?
Why is it?
Local zoning laws prohibit them from being built within the city limits.
Hey, no
There you go.
40s in Tallahassee
Or Florida.
or Florida
Anywhere
in general.
Florida. My brother was just in Michigan with my mom's house, and he had 5 frat brothers, and they were going crazy over the 40s because they couldn't get any back home.
More ounces!
They thought it was awesome. And then they would leave 10 ounces to get warm on the porch.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You guys did not have 40-ounce alcoholic beverages in Tallahassee?
No.
And no strip clubs?
No strip clubs.
That's amazing.
See, it's weird that
Still a great town.
It's
Yeah, I
weird that
guess
they didn't
so.
just build them on the outskirts, because in Lubbock we had 3 outside the city limits. We had Nibbles, the Beaver Run,
Nibbles.
and Yellow Rose.
No.
Yellow Rose. That's
Yeah.
right.
That
We've
was
talked about Yellow
that was
Rose.
the American joint.
Did the Beaver Run have like some kind of splashy whitewater rapid ride on it? Because I wish they didn't add like something like
Briar patch.
No, but my brother did finance it.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Megan, you're an actress, and obviously a lot of people go down there to Hollywood and they try to make it big and things. And I would assume you meet some of these gals. Obviously, you're very successful, but do you know any actresses that have just completely sunk ship and have gone into stripping?
No, I don't.
You only hang out with the most successful.
I only have like 5 friends. I'm kind of alone there.
That's good. I feel like that happens very, very often, right?
Yeah, that's the way
Hollywood
to
probably
do it.
has some amazing strip
If I
clubs.
met a lot of actresses in my 9 years in LA, then I probably would have met some that left the business to do something a little more scandalous.
Yeah.
I think someone from our college, does this count, is a burlesque dancer now?
Yes, I believe you are
Okay.
correct.
Holden and
know
I went to
exactly
college
who you're talking
together.
about. Yeah. But actually, I know a few girls from college that are now burlesque dancers that wanted to be serious actresses. There's a few.
Is that
one of them
worse?
I had a summer fling with?
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
She was doing burlesque. Yeah. I
nice.
found out after a while. Yeah. I banged the bejesus out of her.
Yeah, what
Good
was
for
it?
you, buddy.
That was the summer
I
of
bet
smoking.
she's like, yeah, right.
yeah.
No,
I know
didn't.
exactly.
No, she was very unhappy.
That was the summer of smoking weed, watching Invader Zim, and having sex with this chick.
Ah,
Yeah, it was awesome time.
Good summer.
Man, I had my best summers in Tallahassee. We just smoke weed. Just
It's
didn't
over,
care.
Holden.
It's all done, buddy.
Yeah, because every day I wake up, it's like my career. Back in college, there was no career. You just enjoyed yourself.
We're 30 now.
Oh, yeah, and that's not what you're doing now. Look at
No.
what we're doing. We're in a basement doing a podcast with like really hilarious people.
Yeah, but
It's not
every,
so bad.
every moment of the day, I'm like, where is this podcast heading?
Oh, please.
More stripper talk. All right, so we got a guy invisible stealing cools. Let's move on to another story.
All right. Well, it's you were on the bus today, Mr. Pastrami. I got a bus story for
All
you.
right, love a bus story.
A morning commute on the Metro's Prospect Avenue bus could have turned tragic Monday when a woman argued with a fellow passenger, then doused riders with gasoline and
it.
threatened to light a match.
Whoa!
Like it.
Randy Harris, 50, one of the victims of the 5:30 a.m. incident, said the girl got mad because someone sat beside her. The bus was crowded and she asked him to move. When the man refused, they argued, and the woman pulled a plastic water bottle filled with gasoline from her bag. At first, other passengers thought the bottle contained apple juice because of its color, but the stench of gasoline
You're talking about
quickly...
the woman or the goddamn substance?
But the stench of
There's
gasoline...
a stereotype that I am just pointing out.
what are you talking about?
Black people like apple juice.
I like apple juice.
Everyone does.
It's my favorite juice.
I'm just...
5-year-old me loves apple juice.
It's the best juice.
I'm defuncting
I
racism.
like pineapple juice. My favorite.
It's like chicken. We all love chicken.
Everyone loves chicken.
Yeah.
I like grape juice.
Jackie?
I like chicken.
Jackie, what's wrong? Jackie, what's going on right now? What's wrong?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I was just thinking about that. No one should ever ride a bus between the hours of like midnight and 7 a.m.
I agree.
I feel
Crazy
like
shit
it's-
happens on the
It's
bus
the
late at
worst.
night.
It is a war zone
Yeah.
that no one cares about
Right.
between
Definitely.
those hours.
Lord knows I've done it, man. It's fucking scary.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always scary.
I did it in LA for 2 years. No, 2 months.
Yeah, that's about right. It
It
ages.
felt like 2 years.
Did you get a DWI?
I got back from a job in Puerto Rico and I let my insurance lapse and then I got in a little fender bender and then I was driving without insurance and then I couldn't drive at all.
Why is it a job in Puerto Rico? I just immediately thought of a donkey
It was
show.
with Jean-Claude Van Damme. It was awesome.
Oh, well, it's definitely a donkey
Hey.
show.
Yeah. There's no donkey shows in Puerto Rico.
No?
Just Mexico.
Yeah,
Just Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know about just Mexico.
Puerto Rico's it's America.
It's classy.
Oh, okay.
there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. They use our currency. There's no donkey shows.
That's why they were on
Okay.
the Coors Light.
No. Yeah.
Have you been to a
If you
donkey
told
show?
Poppy, who was
No,
our,
no, no.
who
I
was
went
our
once.
producer,
Did you?
It was
he
wild.
would be very
I
upset.
bet.
Wild.
Is that the word to describe it?
I mean, I was young. I was drunk. They flipped the donkey over. First of all, the donkey's like depressed. He's got patches of fur missing and shit, and an old bandana. She blew
An old bandana?
Yeah, around the neck.
Ah.
Yeah, donkeys always wear bandanas. Have you
Yeah.
seen any cartoons?
That is what they wear.
Yeah, she flipped the donkey over so 4 legs are sticking straight up. She blew him.
Really? And you saw this all
I
live?
saw that. I was like 19.
Really?
Unbelievable. We looked for her for hours just walking around.
Oh, my God.
Tijuana, baby. And she blew the donkey and then sat on it and gave it a couple pumps.
Wow.
And did the donkey come then?
No, there was no jizz, but she put a condom on it, too.
She did!
Stop it.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah, you got to be safe.
Why were you looking for her?
We were looking for the donkey show.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Donde está? They finish your sentence.
Donkey show, you go around the corner, you pass the cigar shop, you empty.
How did you feel watching the woman have sex with a donkey?
It was horrific, but it was,
you didn't like it.
You couldn't turn away. I
Right.
mean, I'm glad I saw it. It was good for me.
Any action in your
Is
balls?
that right? Is that it was?
Oh yeah, no, it was. I needed to see it to become a man, I think. But
Are their dicks bigger than human dicks?
Yeah, they're giant.
I don't know.
I was in the freak room of the Copenhagen Porn Museum, and I got to watch quite a donkey show on a TV screen.
Really?
There was a freak room in the Copenhagen Porn Museum, and they had what?
Was I in the video?
You were the donkey.
Was I in the back? Like
Massive
It was
dog.
like one screen was donkey action, one screen was midget action, one screen was like a couple pissing on each other. You know, it was a whole, and they were all next to each other. You just stared at it.
Shit,
for-
I don't need to see.
Yeah, it was a
I
nightmare.
Don't need it. I don't need to watch that woman blowing that horse. You know,
Right,
I don't
right.
need any of that. That's
I don't know.
fine.
It's I kind of agree with you, Mark. You can't look away.
I don't need to see it again. I'm not. It
Marcus-
didn't turn me on, but it was good to see.
But
I mean, you
had no-
stumble upon things. I mean,
You don't stumble upon a woman blowing a horse.
Yes, you do.
How do you stumble upon it? you gotta
you
look
ever
for
been on
you
the
stumble
internet?
upon CNN.com. You don't
Yeah.
stumble upon a woman blowing a fucking horse.
Always knock on a barn door before you go in.
That's true. You never know. But you didn't get hard at all, Mark.
No,
not
I
at
didn't
all.
get it turned on at all. It was just like just something to see. It was a visual
okay.
masterpiece.
Were people there getting turned on?
No, no. We
Okay.
were all just like a lot
Can
of
you believe it?
slapping
Yeah.
each other. Holy shit, this is
It's for the
crazy.
gringos.
Oh, completely.
Yeah, there are no
completely.
Mexican guys there.
Nah,
They're
just
the cockfights.
The handlers were there.
Yeah.
You know.
I still don't
Oh, I
have a
thought
good
you meant-
visual how she got those pumps in.
Yeah,
How
aren't
did that
you
work?
worried about getting kicked? Donkeys are
The
fucking
donkey was
kickers.
very just.
Probably
drugged up.
they drugged the
Yeah,
donkey.
She
it
got
must have
underneath
been.
Yeah.
He was
the
very
donkey.
at ease.
And then
You
then
can't
push
drug
back.
it so much that it don't get hard.
Yeah.
Flipped him over on its back.
You let the donkey let her.
Oh, this
He
was
didn't let
the
it
dog-
happen. He wasn't like,
The donkey laid down with its legs up in the air and
Yeah.
just took it.
Oh yeah, well they like 4 guys flip it over. It's a whole thing. It's like a traditional thing.
It's really it's a whole horse and pony show. Anyway, Megan, how
it's
was
a whore and pony? All right,
Yeah.
sorry.
Don't talk about my name in that sentence.
I apologize. We'll call you Ashley. What how was working with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've been sitting on this question, but then I wanted to ask. As she said, I was like, "Oh, that'll be a fun question." But then the donkey show conversation happened, and it kind of threw me off. I remember when she said that she worked with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I was like, "Oh, who cares?"
Valid question.
No, but I mean that's interesting. I mean, then we got to the donkey conversation. Was it fun? Jean-Claude was a nice man.
He was a very nice man. I'm not going to talk about. Here's the thing. It's a very weird question to answer. Like, how was this person?
Sure.
How was that person? But it's a question that everyone always asks.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to learn how to answer that question. Because
Definitely.
I'm like, well, I can't tell you most of the stuff I want to tell you. Because
Why not?
to be completely authentic and honest, I'd have to say things that maybe aren't PC.
Oh,
not
say-
because Jean-Claude is not an awesome guy.
What, like
He's an
Austrians or
awesome
bastards
guy.
or something like that?
He's not Austrian, is he?
No,
He's
it's
French.
just like
From Brussels.
the
He's
details
Belgian.
of your
Brussels, yeah.
everyday life for some reason.
What's
when you're-
one
when
thing
you
that
become
Jean-Claude
an actor,
Van Damme said to you that you were just like, "Oh, yikes, that's a little racist"?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
You know what? That's fine. I'm sure Jean-Claude Van Damme says some racist things. Megan, just answer.
Everyone says racist things.
But does Jean-Claude Van Damme he lives up to that everyman status?
He lives up to an 80s action hero status. He's very interesting because he came from poverty in Belgium, and he came to Los Angeles and he begged, borrowed, and stole and got to where he was, which is huge. He was an impoverished son of a florist. That's amazing. And now he's like,
Son of a florist.
Sounds like a musical.
How do you ever make it?
he travels the world.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I won't ask you anymore about it. I can't believe it. The impoverished son of a florist. How do you ever make it?
It's a Walt Whitman play there. I don't even know who wrote plays.
Check that on Google for me.
Yeah.
We need a fact check.
What was the name of the movie that you worked
Because
on
that's what
with?
he told me, by the way, and everyone else in the cast.
Oh,
No,
so
I
if he
know.
lied, that'd be fascinating.
That would be fascinating.
The impoverished son of a florist, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I was watching Expendables 2 earlier today. He did great.
He was.
Oh,
great.
good.
Yes.
All it says is that he suffered from substance abuse and entered a month-long rehabilitation program in 1996, but left after only 1 week. That same year, he spent up to $10,000 a week on cocaine.
Wow. People only concentrate on the bad stuff. You know, it's like this guy
Why can't you
came
tell
up
me
from
about
nothing from Belgium, and he's an American hero.
Did he do cocaine when you were with him?
No.
Any booze or anything like that?
No.
And of course,
His
it's Reverse Tuesdays, so those are all yeses.
His first movie in 1984 was called Monaco Forever. The role was Gay Karate Man.
Wow.
Worst action figure ever.
Like I said, he begged, borrowed, and stole.
That's
He did everything he could.
The worst.
He was in Breakin'.
Can you imagine if there was a toy of the gay karate man though, and his stepfather just bought that for his stepson?
Right.
Immediately fucking hates that
Think
kid.
about the
He
accessories
breaks board with
that
his
go
ass.
with the gauge.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, that's very
boy.
interesting.
He was a dancer, too.
Was he? Isn't that
explains
something?
his finesse.
Impoverished son of a florist.
We watched Street Fighter the movie the other day, and it was fucking sweet.
It was god awful. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, but in that great way.
It's one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen.
I mean,
in my
it's
life.
bad, but
Holden,
you know,
you're
in that
being
good
rude.
way.
He was an impoverished son of a florist.
But did you know that Mortal Kombat was originally supposed to star Van Damme?
There we go.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Bringing it all around.
Was he going to be Johnny
Scorpion?
Cage? Johnny Cage!
Oh, Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
But
Johnny
maybe,
Cage
like,
is
it
modeled
turned
after
out Johnny
Jean-Claude
Cage
Van Damme.
was Scorpion.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter.
Don't
Okay.
give it away. Don't spoil it.
All right.
There's a statue of Van Damme in Brussels.
Isn't that
Wow.
of course there is.
He's their Rocky.
There must be. All right. Well, I guess we should move on to another story.
All right. Sounds good.
Did we even talk about the last one?
Yeah, we didn't really.
Mark,
I mean,
what
we
was
only
it?
got like halfway through the
Yeah,
story.
let's just do that. Let's do that. I'm
gasoline.
sorry, I got all. Oh yeah, the gasoline with the woman there.
Yeah, the gasoline. Right, Harris, the witness, said, right after the gasoline, she pulled out matches and tried to flick it. That's when the melee broke out.
Oh, wow.
It's another world, man.
I guess that's when it does break out.
The bus driver, who had already called dispatchers, quickly pulled the bus over and opened the doors when she heard people shout about the gasoline. Passengers rushed to get off the bus, knocking the matches from the woman's hands. That's when the woman pulled out a steak knife and started swinging it around.
Wow.
Another passenger said he usually doesn't ride the bus that early, but quickly noticed it was carrying a full load when he boarded at 5:17 a.m. Right away, he heard an expletive-filled argument involving a loud woman. He said, it was MF this and MF that. I'm thinking, it's pretty early in the morning for all this.
Yeah, definitely.
Who is this guy, a
That
farmer?
usually doesn't happen until like 2, 3 p.m.
Yeah. How late does it have to be before you say motherfucker? What is it? 11 a.m.
It's usually my first word.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
Usually
very
my first
true.
word too, but I wake up at 3 p.m. So
It was my first word as a baby.
it was not.
It was Holden's.
I mean, he was fucking his mother.
Yeah, Ed's first word was a sentence. It was, why am I so fucking fat?
Yeah. And then Eddie's mother's was because you gave me diabetes, Ed.
Yeah, got it in.
So
I'm just the premeditation. Like, she knew she was going to get in a scuffle with a random stranger, filled a bottle of water with gasoline and put a matches. I mean, unless she was planning on attacking someone specific later that day.
Right.
That's my whole thing. Like,
my theory. I have a theory with
Okay,
this.
please.
She's on the bus. She's got a bottle of water or a water bottle full of gasoline. Obviously, this woman ran out of gas. She ran somewhere else. She had no money. She runs up to the gas station, fills up the water bottle with gasoline, steals it, runs away, gets on the bus. She's just having a bad day.
What about the
How
knife,
do you
though?
explain
She's
the
got a
steak knife? How do you explain that steak knife?
Oh my God, there's no defense for this.
You're giving this one a lot of credit.
But you should be the lawyer on the case.
Yeah.
Because that is an amazing,
People carry
If he
around
was
knives.
the lawyer, now she's getting a theft charge.
Yeah, for stealing gasoline, but that's a way lesser rap than premeditating burning a bus full of people alive.
She is charged with 6 counts of assault.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and after everyone left the bus, she was left alone on the bus, and she began, quote, cursing and prancing up and down the aisle until the officers arrived.
Oh, man.
I
They
feel like she
taser?
was prancing.
Yeah, I feel like prancing is the wrong word for what she was doing.
She was hullabalooing.
Yeah. She was prancing like a moose prances.
A
Antlers
majestic
out.
dance around the bus until,
I like hullabalooing.
I love that.
Yeah.
And this all happened in Kansas City. The woman's name is Ebony Williams.
Oh, really? That's...
Oh, wow.
I have nothing to say.
Polish, huh?
I won't take that bear trap.
I did kind of set it out for you. Like, come on, Jackie. Come here. All right, it's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
How are you going to cook and eat, Ed? How do you do it? Me asks the question.
Ooh.
Yes, very well.
You know what? Oh, wait.
You go. You go first.
Like Jaws, we're going to harpoon him, right? You throw him out into the water, capture him, throw him out to the water, harpoon him to death, reel him in, hang him up by his feet.
Jaws wasn't harpooned to death.
No, like a big shark. Or a whale.
Okay. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Then you hang him up by his feet so that we can all take pictures by him. Mm-hmm. But you're dead, so it's fine. It's not like torture.
No, I'd want you to.
Yeah, and then we
Actually, I'm going to make an amendment to my will.
I think that it's like we'll have pictures of you like your face being held up and like your mouth held open. Like
You'd be
you show your
surprised
teeth.
how wide it gets.
I'm sure. And then we'll all have pictures of you dead, and then we'll slow roast you over a fire, and then to like get you really crisp, we'll put you on a big stick. Mm-hmm. And then turn you.
Yeah.
Chris.
There we go. We're just gonna do kind of a spit and slow roast them over a fire.
You gotta hunt him first, though, and do the whole hanging thing.
No, all right. It's a picture taking opportunity.
Yeah. I would just love to see you going after the chum.
More of a like a souvenir tourist type thing.
Yeah, like for fun.
All right. Well, you know, if you if you hunt and eat hunt and kill something yourself, it tends to taste better.
I think that it would
That's
be
true.
great.
All right,
And Marcus, I'll let you pull the trigger on the harpoon.
Woo! All right, that's big. Also, I should mention, Marcus is a multi-million-dollar restaurant.
Of course, we all know
that will choose one of these as his way to cook and eat Ed.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and go. I just want to get like an Ed-sized blender, churn them up and throw a couple of rats in there and make hot dogs out of them. I'll call it Tasty Eddie's.
Yeah.
Hot dog manufacturer. Get a bunch of carts out there in Central Park, serve them up real nice.
All right.
Well, he does already have somewhat of a hot dog scent.
Absolutely.
So
Reeks of hot dogs.
Tasty Eddie's is a great name. Too.
Yeah,
Tasty
Tasty
Eddie's.
Eddie's is really. Wasn't that? What was that hot dog? There was a hot dog place over on Bushwick.
Oh, yeah, it closed down.
Yeah, it was called like Eddie's, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll throw up a side chain because I'll get he's got a bunch of poo in him all the time.
Yeah.
And I'll churn that up and I'll call that Stinky Eddie's. And we'll serve those dogs real crisp.
All right.
Dogs.
All right. No one's gonna buy those.
Yeah, I don't know. if
No,
poop
exactly.
dogs
That's why
is
it's
gonna
called
be it.
Stinky Eddie's, but it's like a joke. You're all getting wasted with your friends. You're like, oh, let's go to Stinky Eddie's and dare you to eat one.
I mean, I've got a lot of money. I can do that.
Sure.
All right, Tasty Eddie's. Okay, hot dogs. I like it.
I don't even know. I guess sushi. I'm kind of in the mood for sushi, so I guess I'd fucking keep you all raw. I wouldn't cook you at all. And
Ed loves sushi.
Yeah, sushi's
exactly.
great.
You do love sushi. I would hope that you could be alive because obviously sushi is best when the meat isn't.
and then I could have some with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, so you've got Ed laid out. The sushi chef is
Calf
taking
sushi.
rolls out of his body. He's still
Yeah.
alive. He's hanging out with the customers, talking to them, serving up the rolls.
Exactly.
Little piece of lettuce
So,
on his
and then-
crotch.
Yeah, indeed.
little radish on his nipples.
Little radish on the nipples, a little wasabi on the nose. I'll have a little bit of that, because I like it with the sushi. And then we could hang out for as long as we possibly could before I completely devour your entire body.
Thank you.
Raw.
Yeah, raw. It's like, what body sushi is?
Yeah.
But it's like fake because they put sushi on the body. This is literally body sushi.
It doesn't count as cooking and eating, Ed, if you serve it.
Oh.
You tell that to Mr. Mr. Hoshinaki.
That's a good. Thank you, Mr. Pastrami. I was lost there. Booner got me good. Yeah, you tell that to Mr. Hokyushinashi.
All right, Booner, how you gonna do it? How you gonna?
Korean barbecue style, communal eating. While doing the podcast,
I should hope it's
we would
communal.
finally shut you up.
Not bad.
Wow, just mean at the end for no reason.
Oh, there's a reason, Eddie. There's a reason.
All right, who we got left? We got Ed.
Yeah, Norman. We got Mr. Pastrami himself.
I was gonna say rotisserie too. You took mine, but what I want, I'll do rotisserie with 2 dicks. You know, like 2 gay guys. Yeah.
Gay guys.
So they'll choke you out and fuck you in the ass with their penises. That's what kills you, and then we'll rotate you.
Wow, that's
Should we
very
make them
good.
donkeys?
Let's make them donkeys.
All right.
Making them donkeys. Executive decision.
And then we can eat the poopy.
Yeah.
Just donkey meat.
But you know what? I want the whole thing eaten by that fucking man versus food faggot.
Oh, absolutely. There has never, ever been a better use of the word faggot than describing Adam Richmond from Man vs. Food. That fat fucking piece of shit.
Okay, you have a backstory though. So
Yeah,
fine.
I love that that's your enemy. That's hilarious.
Indeed, I hate him with all my heart. I love every gay person on the face of the planet, and I fucking
He eats you
hate
and then
Adam Richmond.
dies, and that's it.
All right. Well, I enjoy poopy.
Thank you.
So,
Mr.
I like
Pastrami?
that.
the man with food in his name.
Yeah.
In typical pastrami fashion, I would trim Eddie bare, cover him in pepper seed, corn, and boil him for 11 hours.
You know what pastrami's made?
Wow.
I love it's 11 and not 12, not exactly half a day.
Right.
Well, that's it. There we go.
Serve him with
Finally,
mustard.
no. Eddie's got to
Usual.
say how he's going to cook and eat himself.
No, I know.
Yeah, well, what I would do is I would have to, since obviously I can't cook and eat myself, and I want someone to be able to cook and eat me.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to make an instructional video.
Right.
And so I will use Ben as my subject, and I will cook Ben in the video.
No. But that's different
Why
than the
not
segment.
me? I'm the one who insulted you. Why can't I get cooked?
Yeah, eat food.
Yeah.
You don't have enough meat on you.
She's fat as fuck. Are you kidding
What
me?
the fuck would we eat? Are you kidding me?
I
She's
have a lot
obese.
of muscle. It would be like a tender lean.
I don't want to fucking eat you.
I caught
Come on, eat already.
So anyway,
Gender bias.
and so what you use Ben mostly because you got to use a monster to cook a monster. So what you got to do is basically I'd kill him like you'd kill a pig. You know, so what you do is you slit their throat, hang them upside down. Jackie was right about that.
Yes.
You got to drain them. The thing
Drain
that
the blood.
drain the blood. But the thing that everyone forgot is you got to take out the bowels. You know, you got to take out all the. You know, you got to rip out the poo poo. You got to
Well,
get
Holden
that
didn't
stomach
forget
out.
that.
Well, Holden's doing a whole nother thing. It's not going to
Poopy hot dogs, stinky Eddies.
So you rip out all the bowels and all that stuff, and then what you got to do after that is you have to set the whole body on fire to burn off all the hair, burn off all the bacteria. So it's like
Right.
we're gonna light Ben's body on fire. I'm showing him laughing my ass off, having a great time.
Right.
Making this video for.
But then I am dying. I'm on fire.
You're already dead by this point. so
Oh,
don't even worry
okay.
about
So I'm
it.
fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm where I want to be.
You're where you should be.
Good. That's fine.
And so yeah, and so then you burn the whole body, and then you start quartering it. You know, you start going. You want to know what part of me you're eating.
Right.
You know, then so you cut off my ass, and you got to trim the fat. You got to get the fat out of there because Lord knows.
Trim the fat.
Yeah, you got to trim it.
You gotta fucking like straight up like cut off pounds of meat.
Hack the fat off of my meat. If
Okay.
however you're gonna
There's
do it.
fat in the meat, though. There's fat in the muscles.
Yeah, I know, but that's fine. That's okay. You got to live with that.
It's a
It's
bunch
like a
of
ribeye.
Yeah. All the white stuff, cut it out.
Okay.
Eat it up, make up steaks, and then what else you don't have is you cube it up, and then you boil that. You boil up the cube meat, and then you grill the steaks.
So this all happens to me though.
Yeah, well, it's gonna happen to me
In
too
the instructional video.
in the
All
instructional
right, yeah.
video because I want to make sure I'm cooked right.
Right.
Very good.
And I want to make sure I am too.
So what do you think?
You know what? I'm going to go with the most fun. Jackie, we're going on a fishing trip.
Wow.
Oh, fishing trip,
right,
Jackie Zebrowski. Unbelievable.
That's the first one up too. Usually you forget that one, but hers was so memorable. It was like a classic movie.
Marcus actually takes notes.
I actually do. I take notes and I write everything down so I don't forget.
Not 100% random. It's like 90% random.
All right, well, that's the Roundtable of Gentlemen. Jackie Zebrowski, the big winner of the night. Ed Larson, Holden McNeely. Thanks for sitting in, Megan Boone, for Ashley. Thank you for being here, Ashley.
Ashley Moon.
Ashley Moon, yes. And, of course, Mr. Pastrami. I do like that we protected Mr. Pastrami more than we did Megan Boone. And, of course, Mark Norman. And that is Marcus Parks. I am Ben Kissel. And check out Sirius Radio on Wednesday at 10 p.m. We'll be doing that little special program on Raw Dog Radio, Channel 99. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
All right.